We have just 4 minutes.
So we just took a little bit of a break, and we're back. And I wanted to show Cabby the bunkie in our backyard from North Country Shed. So I'll share my screen again so you can see it. And here it is. It's cute as anything. Oops, that's I don't know what happened there. Hang on. Here it is. So this is the little bunkie in the backyard from North Country Sheds. It's got 2 man doors. It's got 2 windows here, 1 here, and believe it or not, another one on the other side. Let's see, this is a little path that's there's the bunkie. But I'm going to go the other way, and I've got some other pictures I wanted to show you. Yeah, sorry, I went too fast. So you'll walk in here. There'll be a very small kitchen. So there'll be a kitchen sink here. There'll be a hot water tank underneath, I think. Be a little bit of counter space. There'll be a microwave here. There's a full bathroom here. So a shower will go here. Toilet and sink will go there. You can see that there's another window actually in the bathroom. It's cute. This is wiring and drainage for the reverse cycle heat pump, so you get heat in the winter and cool in the summer. You can see it'll have a cathedral ceiling.
Okay.
So it won't seem too small, but there's another picture of what will be the tiniest kitchen imaginable, and there's the bathroom. But I also wanted to show you, if I can find it. Yeah, I've got here. This is, I wanted to show you what it looks like when it's insulated. These are a couple of the lads who've worked for me for more than 25 years. That's Pat and Mike. And so this is spray foam insulation. Have you ever used spray foam insulation?
Not yet.
You have?
No, not yet.
It's fantastic. They come in and they spray the thing. It probably will give us anywhere between an R25 and an R30, which is not bad. It's insulated under the floor, and they can apply it in a couple of days, and it'd be just super, super, super helpful. In the summer it'll be much cooler. In the winter it'll be much warmer. So it's worth every penny. The other good thing about the spray foam insulation, Cabby, is that it is a fire retardant. It is. You can take a piece of this and you put your lighter to it, and it will actually ignite. But if you just leave it, it will just go out on its own. Right. So it looks like, because it's foam, you think, oh my God, if this thing ever gets on fire, it'll just burn. But it's actually a fire retardant. I've used it for more than 20 years.
How much are you getting the bunkie for from?
So that bunkie was on sale from North Country Sheds for $10,000. And by the time, you put in our case, we put the water and sewer to it, we put the electricity to it, we did the spray foam insulation, we have the reverse cycle heat pump. My wife will furnish it. It'll cost about $70,000. So that's not cheap, right? But you can buy tiny homes, as I said, secondhand. One we bought for $35,500 from Humboldt Creek, and there's some others out there that you could buy. So you can buy, it's just like RVs. You can buy RVs from fairly inexpensive to $200,000, $300,000. You can buy tiny homes from $35,000, which was the cheapest one we found, to $200,000. I mean, there's a big range there. But by far the simplest thing to do is the workshop. Right, you can buy those things, for $10,000 to $12,000, including delivery. They cost about $25,000 or $26,000 to get it ready for occupancy. You can get $700 or $800 a month for it, plus power, plus HST. So the ROI and the cap rate probably on the workshops, and the ease is probably, really great.
I guess the only problem with that strategy is, scalability. Does it scale for the size that I'm looking for, in your own opinion?
So I think it does. And one of the things that I didn't mention when you asked me, have I got any clients who have more than, I think I have the most workshops of anybody so far at 9 on one site. But some of my mini storage clients are doing instead of building more mini storage, are putting workshops on their mini storage sites. And those guys, I think, will end up with maybe 50 on a site or more. Because, these days, to get a building permit for a mini storage place, to build a mini storage building in Ottawa is very complicated, takes a long time, it's expensive, and people are fed up, frankly, with the city. And so, putting a 160 square foot workshop on a mini storage site, I think some of my clients will end up with maybe as many as 100 on the site. I do have one client in Phoenix who has about 80 of them or 85 of them, and he's doing very well.
Yeah, I mean, we're running out of time, so I'm not gonna put it. I'll put mine on your other questions for the next
What I would
session.
like to do, Cabby, is one of the ways for me to provide as much value as I can is, when you have a question or a challenge or anything that comes up, email me, just include me in your workflow.
Okay.
And, I want to hear from you. So number one, feel free to email me with questions. You can call me, but only if the house is burning down. You can email, look, I've got a problem. What have you, because I've done so much work in real estate that I probably have seen pretty much, not everything, but a lot of stuff over 40 years. So number one, email me. Number two, I'd like a mid-month report from you in 2. So you would just say, look, here's what I've been doing the last 2 weeks. Here's some of the challenges, that I have. And then I get to comment back on that. So number one, something really crucial is stumping you, email me. Number two, prepare a mid-month report and send that to me so I can, be involved in your workflow and provide value. Number three, if you were stumped in some other way, let's say you were going to do a lease for a workshop and you had some questions that you couldn't answer. Like I have all kinds of, credit check forms and lease forms, etc. Reach back to me for that. Right. And then as you go through every month that we're doing work together, it's really important for you to create a detailed agenda. It really helps me provide more value and be better prepared, and obviously it helps you too.
Okay.
If you keep your phone by your bed. If you think of an idea, I should ask Bruce this question at 3 o'clock in the morning, write it in the phone or just write it on a piece of paper and make sure you add it to our agenda.
Noted.
All right. And I think on Cyrville Road that, again, if Christo is going to help you, he can put stuff on MLS for you. I use lots of Kijiji ads for workshops. It works great. And I've got lots of, ads that I've written for workshops. So if you're interested, I can give you the wording and you can do that yourself.
Yeah, probably appreciate that. At least I want to start sending out phantom emails in preparation for, because that's really my plan B for the workshop. If I get the workshop thing going on and I can get a lot of revenue coming from there, then all of a sudden I'm not
I couldn't agree more. And I should show you what see if I can find it before we break off for the day. One of my clients I think he's in Peterborough. He yeah, I found it. I'm pretty good at finding stuff. He wants to do the workshop model. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
He wants to, this is Facebook Marketplace. And he's not, he's very conservative. So I gave him permission to actually use one of my pictures. You recognize this picture, right?
Yeah.
So those pictures are from me. And he ran this on Facebook Marketplace, 160 square foot workshop. he wrote down 10-foot ceiling, but it's only 8 feet, rent $700 a month, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of the verbiage here, sort of the photographs are mine, but I'll just show you what he said, what Jeff said. So he started running his ads, I think yesterday. My marketplace ad for 160 square foot workshop in Peterborough for $700 plus HST had 270 clicks since yesterday afternoon and 8 messages from potential tenants. Pretty good response so far. I think there's a market.
Interesting.
So you know, like again, yeah, you could, you know, he's marketing vaporware, if you know what vaporware is.
No.
Vaporware is like software that doesn't exist.
I see what you mean.
He's advertising for a workshop that doesn't yet exist, because he's my workshop as an example. I gave him permission to do it. So because he's so conservative, he wanted to see if he could, you know, lease it before he buys it.
Right.
Which is fine. I mean, you know, he's got lots of money, but you never get rich by writing checks. So that's his motto. All right. All right. So I look forward to working with you. We're going to get through this somehow. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Bruce. I appreciate it.
On YouTube in about an hour.
All right.
Bye.